Good morning, everyone. So, this is our last writing lesson for the week. You'll need a pen and paper or pencil and paper to get your date and role written in now. And today, this is the sort of fabulous fix challenge. So, we are going to be fixing, improving, and just double checking our writing our letter writing activity from yesterday, and we're going to make sure that we upgrade some of our language. So I have included a list, a vocabulary rule for words describing feelings. So I would imagine for our for our activity, we are probably going to be looking more at these words because we're saying how disappointed we are. We may use these words to describe if we're concerned. We may use these words also, and we may use these words. So all of these words are describing the sort of concern, worry that we might be feeling because we're not in school anymore, or this, we may become depressed if we don't return back to school. We might talk about being outraged that we've been put into lockdown again. So we might use these kind of words. You then, when you talk about your demands, what do you want to happen? You may use, let's change the color for a second. So when you're talking then about the plan of action, what you want to happen, you may use these words. So you might say, you are confident that we can get rid of the COVID-19. You might talk about being optimistic about coming back to school. I don't know what this word is, so if you can Google it, find out what it means, feel free to use it, but I'm not 100% sure on that word, sanguine. So I might have to go away and look for that one myself. Okay, so let's have a look at our next slide. So linking words and devices. So these are our connectives and conjunctions that we've talked about throughout the week in our grammar lessons. So again, when we talk about how you've been removed from school, you might say how quickly it happened. Oops. So how quickly it happened quite abruptly. It happened without warning. Your education was stopped suddenly. You might talk about some of the, so when you're joining up a sentence or a paragraph, you might use things like also and although. If you want to compare yourself to other schools or other countries, you might say, we have been put into lockdown. However, meanwhile, New Zealand, they have not been in lockdown since last year because they have been much stricter with their COVID response. So you can use different words to join up different sentences, different separate sentences, as well as separate paragraphs. So we're looking at those conjunctions on the right. Okay, so if you haven't done already, we are going to be writing out our letter in neat today. Now you'll notice that our letter has been typed out on the onto Word or onto Google Docs, and it's set out in a certain way. So in the top, just like we went through in our letters feature lesson, in the top is our personal address. Then we've got our Boris Johnson's address. Then we have our date, and then we've got the start of our letter. So I will go through again just what we need to include on our letter: home address, Boris's address, today's full date, your instruction, second paragraph, and conclusion paragraph. And then finish it off with a yours sincerely, whoever you are. So mine would be Mr. C. Lakin. Okay, but what we want to see first, guys, is any upgraded language. So go back and pause the video on the pages that you need, and you need to go through and add in, I would like to see at least three upgraded feeling words, and I would like to see at least 2 upgraded linking sort of connective or conjunctions. Okay, so I want to see at least 5 upgraded words, and then if you want to type up your letter, that would look fantastic. If you just want to handwrite it, that's also okay, but it'd be great to see some typed up letters set out. If you need help setting out the letters in that way, then let me know and I'll do a quick Zoom chat to show you how to lay it out. But just let me know on Dojo. All right, I'll leave you with that for now. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to see your work later on. Cheers.